Hi everyone and happy Wednesday. It is bingo night. Thank you for joining me. I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin Up. And I love bingo night. So we are going to have so much fun. I saw all your comments and said hi. Thank you for saying hi, but I'm not going to go back over names because bingo, as you know, is a long night. So we are going to get started. The first thing I want you to do is make sure you are on live chat. So above the chat on the right, click live chat, not top chat. I want to make sure that you are up to date with where we're at. If you are just now signing on and starting to watch it, and I'm saying this to those that start a little later, make sure you grab that bar at the bottom and then pull it all the way to the right so you're up to current time with where we are, so that in case you do win bingo, it is at the same time that, you know, we are doing our live event. So hello everybody, welcome. I'm really excited. So if you don't have your numbers, I'm going to ask for them in a minute, so be prepared for that. Let's see, I've made some really important notes. Number one, I want you to know December bingo is up and ready for registration. So if you are interested in that after bingo tonight, then please do register. I'm not going to be doing Christmas. It says join me for some non-Christmas projects, mainly because by that time Christmas is pretty much going to be over. So I have some ideas that for the new year, we'll probably do a New Year's card just for fun. I don't know yet because that's not everybody sends New Year cards, but I might do that as a video instead, just so that you guys can kind of see it. But we'll definitely be doing a birthday card because there's always those that just hit us right at the beginning of January when we're not quite ready for the new year to start yet. So we'll probably do a birthday card for sure. Other than that, I'm not quite sure what we'll do, but we will be creating non-Christmas cards for December. That being said, I know it's a super busy time for everybody. I want to at least have a certain number of people. So I will post by the RSVP date. If we don't have enough people, I will post if we will be having it or not. And I'll just postpone it until, next year. But what I'll probably do is break the cards up so that we can get the new product in bingo starting in January. So January's will have new product. I won't do it in December because we don't have enough product. I might have enough with our pre-order, but probably not for bingo because it's quite a bit of DSP and things like that we might not have enough of, and I don't want to be short. The other announcement I want to be sure I tell you is there was embellishments that were supposed to be in on Monday. They were not in until today. So if you were looking for embellishments that weren't in and they said to be announced on the 20th, which is what I told you in yesterday's video, they came in today. So bingo will go out as soon as your gift gets here. I ordered them. They should be here this week, and I will get your bingo out probably by Monday at the very latest, but hopefully by Friday. So I just want you to know that normally I send it out the very next day, but I want to put your gift in there, and I'll explain that as we go with bingo. You'll understand what your gift is and why you need it. If you have that gift and you say, just send me the bingo, I don't care, then let me know. I can get it out to you right away if there's a reason you want it right away. But I'd like to get your gift in the package, and I have a lot of them, but not like the last 10 people, because this bingo kind of oversold my expectations, which is why I'm glad I made extra kits. But anyway, that being said, I just want to make sure that those last people get their gift. So you guys will probably be the ones a little bit later. All right, let's see. Christmas class. I do have a B class coming up. It will be in January, so I don't have all the details yet for it. I do have the kit made, and they are adorable. So I hope you will join me with that, but I do not have a registration up for that yet. It will be coming soon. Seasonal sale, don't forget, that ends tomorrow. And so it goes through the 16th. Ribbon, paper, ink. Ink includes refills, markers, blends, all that kind of good stuff. So make sure you get on there and get your stuff. I needed to get on and get a few things, and I was happy that they popped up on sale. One of the things I'm going to tell you that is on sale that you might be interested in is the paper pumpkin boxes. I believe there's 10 in a pack. I can't remember for sure. I should have looked it up. But they're like $3 a package. And so if you want these cute little boxes and they fit the note cards perfectly, those are on the clearance section also. The other thing, there will be a PDF tonight for just the last project. I'm printing it out and it will be in your package. So don't worry about that. You will be getting it if you participated in bingo. Your PDF will be in your package. So don't worry about your measurements or anything tonight. It will be included. Can I just say how amazing you look? Oh, Tara, you're so sweet. Thank you. That's because yesterday I was out shopping like a crazy person, and we went to lunch, my girlfriend and I, and we were just having a lot of fun. I hardly had any makeup on during my what do you call it? My unboxing. And so I was like, man, I look like death, but that's okay. I'm going to do a video anyway because I knew you guys wanted it. All right, let's see what else. I guess other things will come to me as I go. Does anybody need their numbers? Does anybody need their numbers? I can hear my husband just got home. Oh, thank you, Patsy. Oh, good. I'm glad. I love when you guys make the stuff that I teach. I try to do some kind of technique with it. And so hopefully that, you learn it and you like it and you see a project or like that, a box has come up and you're like, ooh, you know what? We did a box. I want to go check it out. Marion, you need your numbers 14, 16, 2, 5, and 20. $14, $16, $2, $5, $20, Marion. Kathy. 26, 11, 18, 15, and 4. I already have my snowflake necklace on. I have my Santa Claus cup. My trees are decorated. I'm one of those. I say if I'm going to go out and decorate, then I want to enjoy it for a while and not have to turn right around and take it back down. All right, I think that's it. If anybody else needs their numbers, I'm going to do a project first, and then we're going to do a bingo. So we have time. I'll ask again before the first bingo, so don't worry about it. Let me put this over here. And let's just get started. Okay, so the first project is going to be our adorable box, and I'm going to be honest, it just dawned on me 2 seconds ago, well, 5 seconds before the video, that I needed to stamp these and die cut them. So we're going to do that together. So let's just get started. So this is going to be what your package looks like. Oh, you know what? Let me back up 2 seconds here because I forgot. I want to explain bingo. I'm going to do it really quick now while we're at the beginning. So how bingo works is you're going to watch me do a project, and then we're going to play a game of bingo. So you want to have your numbers with you. If I call a number that you have, you want to type in B in the chat. So if you are not on the chat, you want to make sure you are signed in to your Gmail and that you can comment on the chat, okay? So when I call your first number, you're going to type a B and just send it. And then I would type BI and be prepared and ready. And then when I call your second number, send it. And so on. When you get down to the last one and you put that O on there and do BINGO, don't just do an O because I may not see it going by. Then you want to be the first one to hit enter and the first one to pop up because that's the person that's going to win the bingo. You will win a $100 shopping in my Stampin' Up store. So what you'll do is you will email me your order, what you want. Obviously, if you go to 150, that's considered a party. You get the host rewards, and you get, if it's higher, you get whatever rewards a host would get is what you get. And so going up just that extra 50, obviously it helps me, but it's kind of worth it for you because then you get to do it as a party. Oh, Paula, I'll look. And so then you'll email me your order. I'll put it in the system. I'll screenshot what your total is. I'll send it back to you with an invoice link of what the difference is over $100. Okay, so anything over $100, I will invoice you for. As soon as you pay that invoice, I'll submit your order. It's shipped directly to you, and that's it. And so right now, especially with the sale, if you want your order to go in tonight, maybe be thinking about what you want, and you can get some of the things at a discount. Okay. All right. So if you have questions about that, we'll hit that again right before bingo. I'll make sure there's no questions. And Paula, 1, 4, 12, 23, and 25 is what I have. 1, 4, 12, 20. Yep, same numbers. If for whatever reason, if for whatever reason, okay, somebody said something. I want to make sure that I answer a question. Okay, I must not see it. Okay, if you register and you don't give me your numbers, then, or for whatever reason, if I don't have your numbers, then I choose the last month that you played. So I'll go back and find them. It's a lot of work for me. So if you can, please remember to fill out your numbers. If you pay PayPal, like a lot of people have the same address, same everything, they play all the time. So they'll send me the money, but not register, which is okay as long as you're okay with whatever the old addresses that I have for you, the old numbers, that kind of thing. But in PayPal, there's a note section. Put your numbers there for me too. That would really help me out. But registering, you know, does help me just double check and make sure that I have the correct kits for everybody and the amount. All right, let's get busy. Okay, here we go. So you're going to get one of these paper pumpkin. Oh, look it. Don't hold on to it and try and pull it out because it won't work. We're going to pull this out and set this aside. And I like to work with this being flat. Okay, so know that this is how it goes. This is your top. And so it's going to be flat. So we'll bring that back in. Well, let's go ahead and do this part now. Why not? So you're going to have, and what I like to do is bring in your pieces where they need to go. So we're going to do the front flap. We're going to do this one here. And then even this back one right here, because the back one is going to be your front of your box when you open it. Okay, so that needs to go there. We're going to put this on the top. We don't need one on the bottom. And we're going to put it on the side of the boxes. Okay, so this is how you want it to go. All right, so there we go. The back, the sides. This is the back of the, this is right here. You kind of want that. You don't want that white. And then this right here. So let's go ahead and put these on. Now remember, your kits will not be mailed out to you until, normally it would be tomorrow, but because I'm waiting for your gift in the mail, I was really hoping they were going to get here on time. And my plan was to get them ordered, like I said, I'm only like 10 shy, so it's not too bad. But I was going to get them ordered Monday, have them overnighted, and they'll be here, and I can get them out to you. And then they were put on. Okay, I went too high. So this, when you get to the end, kind of twist it. This is, it fits pretty closely. So I would look at this line at the top. And as long as you can see that, you're good. And I'm just going to go right up there, really close to the fold, and then you'll be good. Okay. And so they'll be going out next week. Kathy, 12, 7, 25, and 28. And if anybody has a number over 30, then that's not going to be a valid number. So make sure you let me know. I know I do have probably 5 players that are not playing bingo. I'm not going to name you, but I do have a few that said that they will not be playing. So, but they just wanted the kits. All right, same thing. I'm going to go right up to the back a little bit, kind of look at the front, see where you're at. Just kind of put it right there in the middle. You just kind of want it to be, make sure it's even. So we're going to just get this box decorated first. It's a little easier doing this flat. That's why I like to do it first. All right, you want to make sure you can see your sides too. So I like to hold it down at the end. Make sure my adhesive's down. Again, I'm going to go towards the back and then kind of look at the bottom just to make sure I can see it okay. And the plan is to get these to line up too, as close as you can. Even though they're folded, you still kind of want to make sure that they're lined. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry. The name of the paper I'm using is that Magical Meadow. It's listed below. It's the Magical. It goes with this set. So this is the other side. I just covered the big one, but this is the other side of that. I love this set. When I first saw it in the catalog, I thought, all right, these are going to be my Christmas cards. And speaking of the Christmas cards, I have to tell you, so I wrote simple Christmas cards for my Christmas card class coming up. And let me just show you that real quick because I think I forgot. So this is coming up. It's available for registration now. And I have to say that it says easy or simple Christmas cards. And I say that because it's mostly all DSP doing the work. So, and here are the sneak peeks for that. But it is mostly the DSP doing the work. So you'll see there's a lot of layers on there. There's a lot of bling. It's really going to be a great bingo class. So they're easy mainly because you're just going to be gluing and putting everything together. So it's not going to be, you know, like easy peasy class. I don't mean it being like, oh, they're super simple, like nothing to them cards, 3 pieces of paper. That's not what I'm saying. So just to kind of clarify that. But my thought on that was I did a lot of cards, a lot of different cards. And I kind of ended up, when I ordered my papers, I didn't know exactly what my cards were going to be or what my bingos were going to be or my classes. So I ended up with a lot of gorgeous paper, other papers that are in a set that, you know, maybe I used 1 or 2 pieces out of. Some I thought I was going to use for my Christmas cards, like this paper, and I ended up doing something completely different. All right, so remember that the waxy part is on the inside, okay? Because it is food safe, so you can put cookies or, you know, whatever. I would recommend a parchment paper or something, but you could. That's why it's like that. Also, I like this outside because you can stamp on it. Okay, so if you wanted to, you know, do any decorating and stamping or whatever, you could do that. All right, so there we go. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, so the back, these flaps right here, you want to move in, and then you're going to bring this up. Let me open this up a little better. You're going to bring this up, bring this over, and then just tuck it in, and you'll see these 2 little flaps. That's where the holes go right there, okay? So anyway, so that's why I decided to do the Christmas card class, because I thought, you know, I know there's a lot of people out there that maybe don't have their Christmas cards done yet, or maybe just don't have, you know, if you buy a lot of product and you only need to do so many cards, that's kind of a different thing too. Is, you know, when you think about it, you're like, oh, that's a lot to buy when I only need to send, you know, 10 cards out or whatever. All right, so here is our box. See, so now we have, oops, we don't need those. So now you have your DSP here, and then all around the box. And then you just put your little flaps in right there. And there you go. So there's our box. Just so pretty. And now we're going to do our stamping. And I'm going to tell you what I did with this. I'm going to take Mossy Meadow and Blueberry Bushel. And that's what this is right here. I'm not going to die cut this out for you because it's going to take time, and I know we don't have a lot of time. So I'd rather just do our stamping and get things done so you can, I know you can do this part, your die cut yourself. All right, so right here I did like this eucalyptus look. I did this in Lost Lagoon. So I'm just going to stamp that one. Okay, and it will lighten up. So that is that light. And if you feel like you want to stamp off on it or something, that's you know, whatever colors you want to use. And then this one here, I did Pretty Peacock for this one. So we're going to do this one. Okay, and they're all die cut out. And then on the next one, the large one here in the center, I used my markers. It does, and it's, project number 2 will be the note cards. So yes, it sure does. So what I did with this, and you can do it on your Stamparatus if you want. For this, I'm just going to do it like this so I can make it quick and easy. And if you don't have a Stamparatus, this is how you would do it. I'm going to take my Mossy Meadow. Remember, the round markers can go on your stamps. The alcohol markers cannot. So round markers, this is really the only reason I use the markers is, oops, look what I just did. I went right over my blueberry. So I like to just use my markers on this. I do use my black one sometimes. Well, I shouldn't say. I add other colors to fill in something, maybe if it didn't stamp correctly, or I use those blender pens and then I dip it in the ink and then I do it that way too. It just depends. Oh, that's a berry. Have a baby wipe ready in case you are coloring your berries green. All right, there we go. But this looks like a stem goes right behind that berry, so you want to make sure you get that stem right up there. So we're just going to color this. And I like to try to do it semi-quickly because you don't want it to dry too much. And then I like to lay my brush down when I do it. And if it's on a Stamparatus, it's going to be a lot easier because if you don't have certain colors, I mean, if it dries a little bit and you don't get the image that you wanted, you can redo it and it's in the same position. But just for bingo, I'm going to do it a little faster just to, honestly, I have a lot of stuff on my desk already and I was like, yeah, okay, we're just going to make this work. So just make sure you get all the green. I think that is it. I'm going to go back over the top just a little bit just because that's the first thing I did. Okay. And now we're going to bring in our berry bushel. And when I do the stamping like this, I always do the bigger. Oh, there's a whole section here of green I missed. And then I'm just going to go get my berries and get them all colored. Make sure again that you guys are on live chat because we're going to start bingo here in just a bit. And that's on the top of above your chat right there. I'm going to angle it up so I can see it a little bit better. I have a glare right there. All right, so that should be good. So what you want to do is just huff on it. I like to do it a little bit extra just to make sure that I get that color on there. Okay, so look how pretty that is. So you can tell on this one, I did it on the Stamparatus because it's a little darker, but I actually really like this look too. It's very, very pretty. So you would die cut these all out. You're going to add them on your box. I'm trying to figure out where to put this stuff. I have stuff everywhere. So you're going to add them on your box, just the 3 of them. you're going to take your bow. Oh, do you guys mind? I'm just going to die cut these really quickly, because you know what's going to happen if I don't. And here are the dies. So these are the ones that cut out the plants and the images, but look at all these extras that you can get. So you could just do this one if you wanted and do it in white and then color it in. So let's just do this so we can finish it and make it look pretty. This one, and that one. It'll take one swipe. But look how pretty those are. That one. I like to use removable adhesive tape. It's just removable Scotch adhesive tape. I get it from Amazon. And I have used everything. I have used washi tape. I've used painter's tape. I've used a lot of stuff. And I have to say, number one, the roll of the adhesive tape lasts forever. And it really, really works. And it seems like it's thin enough to where it doesn't cut through as quickly as washi tape or other items do. Because sometimes I think it's the thicker tape that all of a sudden it just cuts right through and you only get a couple uses. But on this, it, you know, just pull it off nice. But look at that. There's no marks on it to cut it like it's going to be wasteful. And I use it for a long time. I just tape it right to the side of my dispenser and use the same tape until I can't anymore. Yeah, you have to see the finished project. It would just be not as pretty saying, okay, well now you just have to do that. But you know me, I have to put my dies back because otherwise they'll float away somewhere. And I have two sets. So there's 2 sheets over here and then 2 sheets on the other side because I use this set a lot. All right, so then we're just going to add some dimensionals. And I'm going to pull out, I think I'm just going to do the little ones. Do you have an Amazon affiliate link? You know, Terry, I don't. I used to, but I realized that 95% of my stuff is Stampin' Up. And so I just don't anymore. Although I order enough from there for just other stuff. Even it is business stuff still. All right, I'm going to go all the way down. And I'm going to put some extra. It's on top of the box, so there's a lot of opening, closing. I just want to make sure it's nice and secure. Oh, I think our heater just came on. I was freezing all day and now I'm warm. All right, then I have some half ones here. I always have some little half ones that I use. And since I'm using smaller ones, I might as well make sure it's, I don't think it has to go over there. You just kind of want to make sure you get it kind of on each side to keep it secure. Whatever you think. All right, so let's put this one on first. You don't realize how many are on there until you have to go take those things off. All right, so we're just going to put this right close to the edge. And we're going to put this one. Taking those off camera there because they're, don't make my desk a mess. And then we'll put this one like right here. I don't want it to go off the box too much. Hi Carrie, how are you? Oh, washi tape has torn it. Yeah, Deborah. And then I'm just going to tuck this one just kind of under and out a little ways because I want it to just kind of fill up the top of the box. And so our sentiment's going to go over here. And speaking of our sentiment, we're going to bring in our Lost Lagoon. and bring in our sentiment here. And we have winter wishes. I have a whole selection in front of me here. Winter greetings is what we have. So we're going to do our greeting first for space-wise. Oh, I found the needle I couldn't find. Remember the other day? Now I found it. It's under my black ink. You can tell I haven't been stamping. I've been cutting paper and packaging kits and all that. But yay, I kept thinking my foot was going to find it, so I'm glad I found it. All right, so just make sure nice and straight. And like I said, if you don't have these sets, everything's listed below that I'm using. And I'm going to tell you the winter greetings. I'm going to tell you where I got the greetings from. So if you guys want to write these down, because I know that's kind of a crazy thing, is trying to find, oh, Linda, I'm so sorry. I hope everything is okay. Finding the greetings and which stamp set you used is kind of like, where did it go? What did I use? All right, so I'm going to bring in my little mat here to try to keep my desk somewhat clean. I just used the tip of this, so you can see right here. I did just a little greeting right there, and it'll lighten up. And I could have stamped off, I don't know. But see how it lightens up? See how it lightened up already? So Lost Lagoon lightens up pretty good. And then I did it this way. I want to make sure I get enough on there. All right, so that's going to lighten up, so that's fine. And we need our dimensionals for this. And I did 3 across because, again, it's on the top. I've had the hiccups on and off all day, so hopefully that goes away. All right, so we'll put this right here. You know what? Let's put the sentiment last. I like to put my bow on first just because I want to make sure that the sentiment is able to be seen, and then we can trim the ribbon and everything. So I like to add my ribbon with glue dots. And then I like to add just a little bit. Oh, you know what? I just realized I kind of matched our projects tonight. That's funny. That was unintentional. All right, so we're going to put I put a little bit of glue next to the glue dot. So it's going to go on the project, but the glue is going to kind of help it stay there, because even though I think our glue dots hold very well, I just like that extra. Oh, these are the worst scissors. My scissors are need to be cleaned really bad. Like really bad. I want this cut. I don't mind that it hangs over some, but it doesn't need to be a whole lot. Now we're going to take our sentiment and just kind of tuck it in. I like it to tuck it in instead of putting it way over here. I kind of like it clustered. That's kind of, you probably see that I do that quite a bit. All right, so there we go. Now the thing that's missing, and the thing that I'm gifting you as a gift, is these beautiful iridescent adhesive backed, because they go perfectly with this project. So let me grab a stack here. This one. So these blue, these ones right here, they have like the blue and the green on them. And just kind of find wherever you want to put it, whatever works for you. I did add some extras, so I put one over there, and I did just 2 over here to just kind of fill in that space a little bit. See? Look how pretty those are. It's just perfect. So I was like, I cannot change the embellishments. I just had to have these because I think they just go so well with all of the projects that we're doing. So that's what I did there. And so, like I said, the last 10 people that joined your kits, they're coming in the mail. As soon as they get here, I will get those out to you. So if you were waiting for those, they are available now. All right, so that is project number 1. Yay! I'm going to set this one aside because it's got our goodies in it. So I hope you guys enjoyed project number 1. When those paper pumpkin mini boxes, I think when they were leaving the catalog, I think they were on sale. If they weren't, it was something I knew I wanted. Oh, thank you, Rosie. They were something I knew that I wanted, and so I got them. And I was so glad I did because they're perfect for this project. And they are on sale right now, so don't forget to go grab those because the sale goes off tonight. And that might be a clearance item, but don't chance it. They're $3, and like I said, I think there's 10 in a pack, but I'm not positive. Thank you guys, everybody, for the thumbs up. I really, really appreciate that. Oh, wait. Broken hip and face in bad shape, but alive. Oh, my goodness, Linda. I am so sorry. Alive. That is important. Everything else can be fixed. Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. All right, so we have number 12 is the first number. If anybody doesn't have their numbers, let me know now. I can tell you what your numbers are. Remember, I do captioned, closed caption, so they are just a little behind than what you guys are. Let's see. Sherry, 5, 9. Oh, no, Sherry, I have 5, 9, 11, 25, and 27. 5, 9, 11, 25, and 27. I want to make sure you heard that. So just the 15, it looks like I have it as an 11, not a 15. And I copy, you know, your form. So that's what you had. You're welcome. All right. Lots of bees coming up. Next one, number 30. Welcome to your first time bingo, people. I hope you enjoy it. We always have a good time. And again, for those that came in late, the December bingo is up for registration. November is sold out. Number 3. Number 15. And I go a little fast at the beginning just because nobody can obviously get bingo yet. So all right, we have some BIs. Carol, Angela, and Sassy. Sassy Stamper. What a cute name. And Rosie. And Stephanie. Number 5. Yeah, Janice, you don't have to put on what number. It doesn't matter. It's whoever says bingo first. I'll verify the numbers, so don't worry about that. Just put your B. And then if you have 2 of them, put BI in your comment. BI. That way I know you have 2. And then I'll verify the numbers at the end. Ooh, Carol has BIN. Lots of new people today. How exciting. Number 26. Number 26. It started raining here today. Can't see the numbers. Rose, I'm not sure why you can't see the numbers. There you go, Janice, you got it. Maybe refresh, but make sure you grab your bar and pull it all the way to the right when you come back in. Number 23. Ooh, Sassy has a BIN now. Janice, Kathy, and Linda all have a BI. 17. Oh, okay, good, Rose. Ooh, Angela has a B-I-N. Ooh, Sassy has a B-I-N-G. I'm going to slow down a little bit now. And remember, even if I'm ahead of you guys, whenever you hit bingo, it's the first person that says it. So that's what's going to count. Number 9. Every time I play bingo, I look at these numbers thinking I really need to redo these. And I do plan on redoing them soon. I think since I moved into my new room in here, which was almost a year ago, I need to find my laminator. Number 13. All right, we got a lot more BIs. Ramona with a BIN. Ooh, Carol with the BING. Number 27. Number 27. Number 29. All right, Sherry and Rosie both with the BIN. And Paula Joe and Robin and Leslie. And hello, Olivia shows up with the B. Ooh, Rosie with the BING. Deborah with the BI and Carmen. Number 20. So for those of you that have not participated before, your bows will be all tied. So your kit is going to look like just like the kit that I pulled out. And a couple of reasons that I don't send them out until after is I want tonight to be relaxing. Number 22. And for you to have fun and chat with each other and ask questions. And it's always good to see something done ahead of time. And then when you do it yourself, you kind of been like, oh yeah, no, she did it this way. And then you have the video to reference also. Also, in case I forget something in a kit, that is another really good reason that I like to do it after, because I want to make sure that you can have all your pieces when I send them off, and you know, to err is human and I don't want to miss something. All right, number 19 is next. Leslie has a BING. So the person, if somebody, if there's 2 people that have bingo, the first person that says bingo will win bingo. And then the second person will get a consolation prize, but they can also opt out of the consolation prize and continue to try and win another bingo and be the first person. So that's totally up to you. The consolation prize is a product. It's usually a current product, something that I just happen to have that I, want to put in your package for you. It could be 1 item, 2 items. It just depends on, what I have. All right, Carmen and Linda both have a BIN now. Number 10. Rosie and Olivia and Corey all have a BI now. Janet has a BI. Hi, Nancy with the BING. Ooh, lots of BINGs popping up now. Number 18. And Shelly has a BING. I'm 1 number ahead of you guys. That's why I'm just holding a little bit. That's okay, Dana. We just started. This is the first bingo, so check your numbers. But we probably have 4 or 5 people with the BING, so. All right. Next one, 28. Yay, Dana is just going right up there. B-I-B-I-N. Glad you're catching up. All right, I put the next 28 I put out. I'm going to go to the next number because it doesn't really matter. It's whoever wins first. Oh, Sassy Stamper. All right, Sassy Stamper, you're going to have to tell me your name because I'm terrible at remembering the names when you guys have a... And this one doesn't count because somebody already called it right when I was putting that down. So what is your name, Miss Sassy Stamper? I don't have my emails on my little paper I printed out. Oh, that's probably why you're a newbie. Let's see. We have a 3, 12, 23, 26, and 28. Congratulations, Susan. You are the bingo #1 winner. And so if you don't have my email, let me know. I know your very first time when you won. Let me know and I'll give it to you. But you can find it on YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. And oh, Dana, I need to do that. And then you'll email me your order, and then the first $100 of your order I will take care of, and I will invoice you the difference and give you a screenshot. And once you pay it, your order will be on its way. Okay, well, I should say on its way into Stampin' Up's hands. All right, let's see. Let me look here. So Janice, I saw Janice posted bingo. Let's make sure it was with these numbers. This one does not count because I took it out and she had already said bingo. 3, Janice, I don't show your numbers on here. I just want to make sure. You have 28, 30. You have a few numbers missing. So I'm guessing you probably know that. I'll find your email and send my order. Okay, perfect. Okay, congratulations. First time winner. Yay! Congratulations, and let's move on to project #2. So for Dana, who was late, and anybody else, project #1 was this cute little box. And I'm showing it to you because it kind of goes along with project #2. So look how cute that is. And so here's it's a mini paper pumpkin box, and these are in the store. I just saw them. They are only $3. And I want to say you get 10 in a package. So there you go. So project #2 is going to be what's in the box. So here we go. Project #2 is kind of a bonus because you get 4 cards. Okay, so 4 cards that are going to go in your cute little box here. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this box open. I'm going to tell you where the sentiments came from. Okay, so that you'll know. And did I tell you the winter greeting one? I know I pulled it out. Sparkling snowflakes on the box was the winter greetings. That's where that one came from. Okay, so sparkling snowflake. And I'll tell you as we go so that you'll know which package it came from. All right, so this is what you're going to get. This is what your package is going to look like, project #2. And you do get the envelopes here. Right, so also I should say that too. Once you've won, you can only win once. It says that in the directions, but just to redo that. But obviously you want to stay and watch and see how fun the projects are and still have fun. All right, so #2. So let's go to project #2. So we're going to need our ribbon here. We are going to need, I kind of try to layer them on top of each other. So we're going to go down to Well, maybe I didn't. All right, where's my paper? So all the papers are going to be a little bit different. So here we go. So you're going to have one. Let's just lay them out so I can kind of show you. So this one's going to have a ribbon. This goes on the inside, so you're going to have the inside too, right? So you have the inside and the outside. You have your outside blue piece. And here's your inside blue piece. So there's that card. Okay. Then your next one, let's pull this one out. It's going to be this one. You have your inside piece. Okay. You have your blue. You have your sentiment. And now let's look at the ribbons. One of the ribbons is going to be longer, I believe. Maybe it worked out to be all the same. I don't remember. Oh no, it's the same. You're going to do 2 pieces for this card right here. That's what it was. And you're going to need 2 pieces of the blueberry bushel. Okay, so that's this card. All right, we'll do it like that. And then the next card is this one. So you're going to do your sentiment, your inside, your top. You need 2 blues. Okay, so that's this one. And you need a bow for this one. And then your last one is this one. You're going to need your 2. That one goes here. All right. You're going to need your paper. Uh-oh, I'm missing my oh, here it is. My sentiment snuck away. My sentiment, a ribbon, a bow, and then you need your you need that one. You need your inside whites for each of them. Okay, so just kind of look. I'm going to show you the cards really closely too, so you can tell. So I'm going to put them right on top. Okay, so again, you need your punch right here, which is heartfelt hexagon. That's already punched out for you. But if you have heartfelt hexagon, you can use that. Let me show it to you. This one right here. You can use that for an outline. If you don't, just put your sentiment in it and decorate it with a stamp. It doesn't matter. I tried to do bingo as easily as possible for you so that you can just do a sentiment. You know what, Rosie? That is a good point. It is berry bushel and it was not in your kit, so I will add that. See, this is why I'm going to do add. I thought I did do that, so blueberry bushel, insert. Okay, so I will cut those out for you and add them to your kit. All right, so I forgot. I thought I did them, but apparently, unless my kit just didn't have it, but I'll double check. All right, so there you go. So this one has that with it, one ribbon. This one has the ribbon and another piece because this is going to be your little knot right there. Then your sentiment. This one's going to be a ribbon and a bow. The rounded corner sentiment. All of them have 2 berry bushels and a white because that's going to be what's on the inside. Okay. And then, where are your blue strips? Oh, and then I have the blue strips here. So make sure you have your blue strips for your cards too. You got to add those in. There and this one. Okay. All right, and then this one. So I will tell you as we go which sentiment and what came where, so you'll know. So we'll just set them aside. I'll set them up here in front of me, and we'll do one at a time. All right, so here's the first one. I used heartfelt hexagon. You're going to have your envelopes. Somebody lost this, so we'll find it. You want one envelope. I did not decorate the envelopes because I did not have enough DSP. But what I would do is you can always put, you know, the little eucalyptus, you know, on there, or something you can add one of the beautiful stamps that are in that set, or something else that you have that will go. I think Forever Fern has some beautiful things that kind of go along with this theme. So the point is you can just kind of make it your own. All right, so what we're going to do is let's do the inside first, because that's what I like to do. Get that out of the way so I don't lose all my little pieces. This one's really busy, so it goes with this one. I made it, this one probably goes with this one, but we'll find that out in a minute. First, I'm going to bring in my silicone mat, and we're going to add our strip across the bottom. Looks like it goes this way. All right, and then we're going to take this, and this is what I like to do because they're longer, put it on here, and then I bend it. So I know where to hold it, and I know the glue goes on the rest of that. Hi Karen, welcome. Yeah, this really is great DSP. I love it. And like I said, I wanted to do this bingo that's not necessarily Christmas, but more winter, and like cards you could still send to somebody. Just, you know, you can make them anything you want because you're putting your sentiment on, but I didn't want to do Christmas theme. I wanted to do something a little different. So that way we can make it more of a wintry theme. And even if it's a thinking of you or a happy birthday or whatever, it's something different. We've been doing a lot of Christmas, and I'll still be doing Christmas projects going forward, but I also have new product to use too. So, all right, so we're going to put that on. Looks like I got a little bubble, a little bubble of glue there. So see how I try to rub it off and see how it looks dirty. So make sure you have one of these, a little gummy eraser here to get that extra glue off. There we go. All right, now we're going to put this in our card. So let's go ahead and fold our card. Even though they're scored, you know, when you get these note cards, I like my edges to be up against each other, so you guys can just kind of, they're going to be flat in your package because they're so small. All right, so let's put this in. And you know, when I'm putting on white, when I'm going onto white, having this behind me is hard to see, so I like to do this so I can really see my corners and my edges and make sure that they're pretty well measured around the outside. All right, so we're going to set this one aside, and now we have this. So we're going to go ahead and let's put these together. The ribbon goes around both of these, so we're going to put this together. There we go. And now we want our ribbon, but let's go ahead and do our sentiment first. So we'll set that aside. Oops, and our ribbon. And now I'm going to attempt to use the heartfelt hexagon because I have it. And so I already took it out. This is a really cool set. And I'm going to use the blueberry bushel. You could use Misty Moonlight. I mean, there's a lot that you can use with this, with whatever you want, but I kind of wanted it to pop a little bit. And we're going to attempt to do this after I've already cut it out. So normally I would stamp it first and then cut it out because it's a punch. Ooh, you know what? We are going to put another silicone mat so I can see it. Because you notice when you put this over here, it's all white. I want to make sure I see this. So I'm going to, hopefully my head's not in the way. And what I do is I kind of move it up and down just so I can see how much space do I have before it's on the edge. And then I just hope for the best. So we're just going to go with this. And when you turn it over, it looks pretty good. You can also put it on that way and then notice that your spacing is okay. All right, so that's good. And now on the inside, we're going to again do our sentiment first. Warm winter wishes comes from, I have a whole pile over here. So like I said, you can use whatever you want for your sentiment. We are going to use from Above It All, Warm Winter Wishes. Use whatever you have. It does not matter. I wanted something a little more bold just because this is really busy. So I recommend something more bold. So Warm Winter Wishes. Let's see. That's not it. Here we go. Warm Winter Wishes. I like to make sure it's inked up really well. Don't look at wishes, look at warm winter, because it has a straight line at the bottom of the text, whereas wishes is cursive-y and it's a little harder to see if it's straight. All right, and now we're going to bring back in that eucalyptus and the Lost Lagoon. And this time I'm going to stamp it off. So let's bring this back in. So let's stamp off and go right there. So see, it's still, I'm just going to go out to the side a little bit. And then I want just a little one like right there. So whatever works for you, whatever you like to do. All right. Yay. All right, we're going to put our dimensionals on this, which were, oh, here they are. Here's two anyway. So I'm going to put one on each side, and then I'm going to bring in and put some right there. And I'm even going to put one in the middle just because, good measure. All right, so we can take this off, but we need to put our ribbon on. So let's bring our panel back in, and then just kind of gauge. So I've already put my adhesive on here, and that's fine. I'm going to kind of want it right there. So what I do is I'm going to put my silicone mat here, put this at the bottom, kind of get an idea of where I want it. And now I know about this line right here. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take a pen and I'll say, okay, I'm going to put this right about there. So I want my ribbon to align like right about here. Okay, so I know that that's where I want my ribbon. So now I'll move this. I'll take my ribbon, I'll turn this over. I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesive all the way around like I normally do. Then I'm going to put my card upside down. Okay, so I turned it over. And now I know that I want my ribbon to start right there. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it around, put it back down, and I want it to finish right there. Okay, so just make sure, and make sure that your ribbon is straight, because if it goes at an angle, then it kind of it's looser on one end than the other. I don't need all of this, so we'll take that off. But then I do take my adhesive and I go back over, either down or even in. It doesn't matter. I just like to make sure, oops, see, it didn't go on there. I like to make sure that I have that adhesive on there and that that's not going to go anywhere. All right, so here's our card with our ribbon. All right, there we go. And now we can add our piece here, right in the middle. Okay. Now, if you felt like that this was sticking just to the ribbon, that's why I like to put them up and down also, not just across, because these are going to hold it on for sure. But let's say you're on a project, you can always take your pokey tool and get a glue dot and slide it under the ribbon and hold that down, so then everything will hold really well. All right, now we need to, of course, put our bling on there. And so you can tell on this one, look at that. See how pretty that is? It's just subtle enough, but boy, does it really show. So what's really nice is when you're looking at certain colors and you're like, okay, which ones are going to go with what project? And this just goes perfectly. And so I just put 3 just kind of around the sentiment. So there you go. So that is the first card. All right, we're just going to put those back in there. The next card, let's do this one. All right, so we're going to do this one here. See, your bow's already made for you. Here's your ribbon. Let's do the inside. So we need a blue, one of your blueberry bushel, a white, the inside, and your blue strip. So let's do our strip. The insides are pretty cut and dry. Whoops. Okay, so this one looks like it's going up. This one looks like it's going down. I'm going to do it like this because I think I see pines, you know, they kind of hang down a lot. So we're going to go with this one. I don't think it matters at all. All right, again with the blue, the blueberry bushel. I guess I should say the right name. And then we're going to go right here. Who on here is a demonstrator and going to Houston? If you're going to Houston, let me know. Dana, I'm guessing you're going. Demonstrators have an on-stage in-person in March, and the U.S. is in Houston. I mean, who's going at all if you guys are out of the country? But if you're going to Houston, all right, so there is another inside. And I know I'm using Seal Plus just because I accidentally ordered a ton of it. All of this is Project 2. Yes, Rosie, it sure is. I made a bunch this time. A bunch of cards. This is Project 2, all 4 cards. It's Christmas. You gotta have good projects to keep you busy. I can't wait for you guys to see my Christmas class. I'm so excited about it. I ordered so much red, real red, cherry cobbler, shaded spruce, mossy meadow, ton of it. All right, so here is our part. Again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to adhere these together. Oh, good. Make sure you guys say hi, because remember, I do not know what you look like, but you know what I look like. So make sure you come say hi. All right, we're going to put this on here. So the same thing. So they're pretty easy. Once you figure out what you want to do and what paper you're going to use, and do you want them horizontal or vertical or whatever. Okay, same thing. Let's go ahead and put this, but our ribbon's going to be in a different spot, right? So we're going to go down like this. And this one I don't really need to eyeball. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of figure it out. I'm going to go right about there, because the other one you had that sentiment up there, so you want to kind of leave some space up there. Oh, good, you registered. Okay, hold on, I want to miss that. Marcie, are you going to the after hours? Yes, I am, Dana. I'm going to Houston from BC. Oh, good. Jennifer, yes, definitely come say hi. The Christmas cards she's talking about. Oh, Steph. Oh, yeah, thank you. Deborah, are you going? I hope so. It's going to be so fun. All right, so I'm just going to push this right about here. Just kind of make sure it's straight, you know. And see how my ribbon kind of gets wonky? So I want to make sure that that is straight. Definitely this one. So this is what I'm talking about. So you probably can't see too well, but it's a little looser, a little weird right there. So make sure that when you do put it on, that it's straight. So I want it to go there, and then make sure it is straight. Okay. There we go. All right, now we're going to add our bow and our sentiment, but let's go ahead and add this to the card because everything's wrapped around that we need. I don't need this extra right here, so let's take that off. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and read. Houston. Olivia's going. Yep. Marcie, do you send info about upcoming classes on blogs or in the email? Because I have not been getting newsletter. Terry, so I've mentioned before that, oh, my eyes are going. Oh, good, Karen. You take care. Thank you for stopping in. My blog is being worked on, apparently, from my blog lady, because I've reached a maximum amount to email out. So keep an eye on my Facebook page, the Marcie Besecker Designs, because I definitely post stuff there. She's fixing my, it's not my provider, I guess. It's not my server, but a provider so that I can mass produce emails and stuff, because I reached my limit, and she had a great idea for, because now, of course, they want money from you, which is fine. I know that that's going to happen at some point. But she had an idea of a program that she thought would work well for me, and so I'm waiting for that to happen. Magical Meadow again. We're going to use the Cold Weather Brings Us Together. I thought that would be so cute to add like some hot cocoa, or, oh, look, I've already taken them out. The Cold Weather Brings Us Together. So this one is small, so I'm not going to stamp on it other than the sentiment, but I did do it with Lost Lagoon. All right, so if you look at this, you want to look at the and the brings us, because those are straight. Okay, the other ones are kind of wonky. So with the cursive, it's a little harder to tell. So look at those when you want to do it straight. And it's going to be close because it's a pretty good size sentiment. But I don't mind that the beginning of the T and the end of the R is touching the edges, as long as everything else is on there okay. And I probably went a little high, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to put our dimensionals on here. And I did just do the 4 corners. I didn't do one in the middle because these are pretty good size. And you don't have to go all the way to the corners either. You can kind of bring them in a little bit. All right, so now we did this. Let's go ahead and add our sentiment. You know what the worst thing is when you drop these back on these, but upside down, because then you don't have that waxy thing, and it's crazy. Oh, good. Terry, actually, there's a link below for the Christmas class, so you can go check it out. All right, so we're going to put this right here. And then this, look at our pretty bow. It's a three bow. I like to do a triple loop when I can, if the ribbon permits. Where did my glue dots go? I'm telling you, glue dots are the thing I lose all the time. Oh, I could not have put these back up where they could belong. That would be silly. It's exactly where they were. I'm going to put them there again. All right, so now I like to add glue on the side. I don't want my pretty bows falling off. And we're just going to put this right here. Now with the glue, it should stick through the ribbon. But sometimes when you just use a glue dot, it sticks to the ribbon, but not to the card. And that's when I slide a little glue dot underneath this ribbon to make sure it holds that down. All right, so now again, we're going to bring in our blue. And we're going to add some pretty. I'm going to add one right there, over here, and up here. Yay! Isn't that pretty? So again, and you have envelopes for these. You will have envelopes in your kit, so don't worry about that. All right, so the next one, here we go. Yeah, project number 2 is a little long. I could have probably divided this up, but the next 2 projects, I just can't even hardly stand it, so I could not have passed those up. All right, so this is going to be vertical. Make sure you pay attention to that right from the get-go, because vertical is, if you do it the other way, it's going to be messed up. Oh, I hope you feel better. Bye, Rosie. Have a great night. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this on here. I like to put my adhesive silicone mat underneath here so that it doesn't drift off and get glue on my desk or my grid sheet. All right, now we're going to do our blue, of course. Our blueberry bushel. Oh, look what I just did. I will have to wipe that glue off a little bit. It just barely got on there, but it did. All right. I like to trim it off. I hope that all of your papers, when you get them, they're a tiny bit, look, I got glue on my thing here. So I always keep this bottle right here with the alcohol, and I just like to clean up my glue so it doesn't stick to everything else that I'm working on. All right, and now we're going to put this on our blueberry bushel. All right, so that's going to go on the inside. See, just when you cut down your paper to fit in your cards, it's so nice that you get a little strip left over here and there, and you can use it for your inside of your card. All right, so here is our third card. Let's put that on the inside. If it looks perfect on the front, turn it over, because it might be way overlapping on the back. You just don't know, so you want to make sure. If you don't own a bone folder, you definitely should be. All right. All right, there we go. And now we have this with a ribbon again. So same thing, we're going to add our image, our DSP. And I just made some cards with this. And I I'm surprised I had enough deer paper because I forgot I did all these cards with it. That tells you how much paper I had. I had a lot of this paper. All right, so there we go. Same thing, we're going to add our adhesive on the back. And this sentiment comes also from the Magical Meadow. It's right here. May this season of sparkle bring joy and delight. So that was a little more of a Christmassy sentiment, but you could be talking about snow. You know, the sparkle of snow, the season of sparkle. You want this to be straight, and it's horizontal, so it's a little longer. So I'm just going to go up to the fourth one and put that there. Make sure it's straight. And then I'm going to lay it down and go to the fourth one again. Oops. Right there. Okay, we're going to add our glue. Make sure it's on there. Well, it's not wanting to go when I do it the other way, but it does it that way. All right, so there we go. Hi, Joni, welcome. All right, so you really want to look at the bottom, make sure you're aligned okay. All right, now what we're going to do is, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. We're going to take this and you're going to put it underneath and make a cute little knot. So just however you make a knot. Sometimes it takes me a while, like wait a minute. One over, under, over, whatever. Make sure you do a cute little knot, and then what you can do is adjust it from there, move it around. The one I want to go over is shorter, and I should have pulled it the other way. There we go. If you hold your finger there, it's a little easier. But my fingers are fat, that's the problem. Even though you're losing weight, my fingers are still fat. What's up with that? All right, I'm going to turn it. Try to do it this way. There's plenty enough ribbon. I just have to pull it the other way a little bit. There we go. There we go. And now, so when you go over, under, over, make your bow cute. Pull it to where that top part is down. There you go. There. And then you can slide this wherever you want it, whatever feels good to you. I'm going to leave it like that, but that's where you're going to put your glue dot. Hi, Joan. How are you? So take your glue dot, slide it under there, and then push down. Okay, and then I'm going to cut these like that and like this. So cute. So there that is. Now you could adjust this, like I'm going to move this up a little bit, so I'm going to do another glue dot, and it's because probably my tying loosened it up a little, and so it's not as straight and sturdy as I'd like it. So I'm just going to put another glue dot, and it's okay if it folds up, and I'm going to just put it right there, get it where I want it. There we go. Okay, so now you have your little knot there. Doesn't have to be a big bow, but it's still cute. Now let's do this. I'm taking the berry bushel, and the sentiment I want is this one. May this season of sparkle bring joy and delight. This is a bigger banner, so I really don't need to have my silicone mat under me. But you also want to look at your text that's the solid text, not the cursive, to try to get it on there straight. Okay? Because if you look at the cursive, that might just not get your image on there straight. All right. All right, so there's that one. Let's add our dimensionals. I always call these embellishments. I don't know why. I do 4 on this one because it's a pretty good size one. It's not going over the ribbon or anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and go straight across. Bring this one back in. Put my card straight so I can kind of look at this. I always leave a little space over here. And then this one had the deer here, so I could have put the bow over here and moved the sentiment here. See how the deer is over here? You could do that too, and I just noticed that. I probably should have done that. I probably should have put my sentiment over here and moved my knot over here, but you can see the deer clearly right there, so it's fine. All right, of course we need our fun embellishments again. And I went ahead with the blue again because it just matches everything so nicely. And I did 1 and 2. Well, this one I'm going to move over here. And then I did 1 over here. I'm going to go up a little bit. I try not to make them straight across or straight under. I just kind of like a triangle. And so they just add that little extra sparkle on there. So that's number 3. 1 more for project number 2. And we've got this beautiful one. Same idea. See, super simple. Once you get your thought on what you want, cut your paper, get them all going, whatever images you want. This tree looks like it goes this way, so I'm going to go this way. All right, and then the blue, oh, it's right here. Just make sure it's long enough. Hi, Gwen, how are you? Thanks, you guys. I want to thank you guys for the thumbs up. You guys know how important it is. It helps my channel a lot. Helps other people see my content, and you never know, there's somebody out there looking for an idea. All right, so now we're going to trim off anything that's just a little extra. All right, our last card. Like I said, you'll have your envelopes, so just put those in. Don't want to forget them. So the front looked nice and the back didn't quite line up. So I just like to double check them. All right, we'll put this on the inside. And we are almost ready to start bingo number 2. Oh, see how it just took my paper? That's how good this adhesive is. All right. There we go. Now we're going to do this one. Uh-oh, I lost my ribbon. Oh, here it is. We're going to do the same, put it on, the ribbon goes around, but we're going to go the opposite way of what we did the last ribbon. Thank you. So that my shirt matching my paper was totally a coincidence. I had a sweater on and it was too warm. Well, I had a t-shirt on and it was too, I was not going to wear that on video. And then I changed into a sweater, light sweater. And then I was like, whew, it is warm. I'm not wearing a light sweater. But since I've been hot and cold all day, I decided you know, I'm going to switch and put a 3/4 length sleeve on because that's more comfortable. And then when I was doing the first project, that's when I was like, oh wow, I match. All right, so I want it just a ways in. It doesn't have to be measured, whatever looks good to you. You want to make sure you have enough space for your bow, enough room for it. This one, I can tell is totally crooked. So make sure you're straight. That is definitely not straight. Let's do this again. Right there. There we go. I don't need any bulk or postage to my cards, so I just try to take off that extra, but I do make sure I go over it so it doesn't move. All right, so this is going to go this way. There we go. Now our sentiment is Winter Wishes, and that also is from the Magical Meadow right here, Winter Wishes. And it is right here. And I did not do that in black. I believe I did this one in basic gray, and I don't think I wrote that down. So I think, and it doesn't matter, it'll look fine in either. It might be black, but I'm going to do it in basic gray. Again, I'm looking at wishes, making sure that my W and my R are going to be on the project. There. Yeah, I probably did it in black, but that's okay. I think this looks nice. So we'll do it in basic gray. And put our dimensionals on. This one's going to be partially over the ribbon, so I'm putting 4 on just to make sure. This one I'm going to put the sentiment on first because I want to make sure I have plenty of room for the ribbon, but I want to make sure that my sentiment is down enough. If I would have put the bow on first and it's too low, I don't want that to kind of overlap. So I'm going to put this on first and straighten it out. But see how this one, see how this is on the ribbon? It's not quite going through to the paper. So I'm going to, that's where I bring in my dimensional. And I just slide it under. Now I'm going to put this underneath where my dimensional is at so that it has something to adhere to. Okay, so I did that. Again, your ribbon. This one's a double bow. Glue dot. A little bit of glue. I know this was a longer project. I apologize, but I wanted to do 4 cards for this little box here for you, and it's just so cute. We're just going to add our 4, put them wherever you would like. Again, I like to do kind of a triangle. I don't want to put this one straight over here. I'm going to go up a ways so they're not exactly straight. Hi Kathy, how are you? So there you go. So there is another one. That's your 4th one. Now I have 8 in here, but there's only 4 envelopes. But when you put your paper down and you close it, you could put 8, and I probably could put 4 more envelopes in there easy. So that's 8 cards and only 4 envelopes, but you probably could do the rest. So let me just show you. Well, this is the one we made. This one. And this one. So there you go. Those are the 4 cards that we just did. Project number 2. Yay, project number 2 is done. Time for a game. Let's see who's going to win the second bingo. this away before they go wandering off. All right. First card, first number, number 21. Oh, I can't wait for the next project. Ooh. Thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. Number 2. Number 2. Oh, got some bees going already. Make sure, again, that your live chat is on live chat, not top chat. You want to make sure that everybody's chat is on there. Make sure that you, if you came in late, that you grab that bar at the bottom and make sure you pull it all the way to the right and you're at current time. 11. You definitely don't want somebody else calling bingo out first and you were behind and you could have won. I have people that message me and said, I would have won bingo if I would have been on there, or if I would have played. You called my numbers. Lots of bees. 22. Right, Gwen? I totally agree. I wanted this bingo to be a little more wintry, but it still could be Christmassy. Definitely could be Christmassy. Number 17. It's funny because a lot of the product that I used for this bingo went out. It was on the inventory list as, you know, being out of stock, and I was like, oh. Number 14. That is what is so important about my deadline date, is I try to get so much product on hand knowing about how many people I usually have, because I hate to run out of product. And you never know when it's going to go on back order. Or not back order, but out of stock. Number 9. Number 4. Lots of BIs and BIs popping up. I don't think there's any BINs yet. So don't forget, my December bingo is already up for registration if you're interested. It will not be Christmas because it will be the 13th of December. And I wanted to do some other items because everybody should be pretty much done by then, or their thought of what their Christmas cards will be. So I've decided I'm going to go to do some other items. But know that my Christmas card class, it's also listed below, is going to be a fantastic way to use up your DSP that you have left from your Christmas packages that you still have left over. There was so much gorgeous paper that we just can't use it all. So I created a bunch of cards that are really DSP. I seem to have picked the wrong numbers. Deborah, that happens now and again. Oh, we have BIN with Carol and Jan and Shelly. Oh, and Sherry. Number 12. So this next class, although I give you all of the DSP you're needing for these cards, there will be 16 cards. Margie, it is at your convenience. I am going to be sending out the kits next week. I am waiting for one item also for that class. It's going to be your gift that's in your kit. And number 3. And as soon as that gets here, I want to start sending it out as people order. So everybody that I have already will be out at hopefully the beginning of the week. Oh, good, Gwen. Thank you. I love showing the new product. It's nice to see what's coming and maybe how to use it. There's a few things in there that'll be kind of fun to figure out. Ooh, B-I-N-G for Ramona. And Angela, B-I-N. Number 6. I think the new catalog coming is amazing. And if you are considering joining Stampin' Up, I would love to have you. And there is an amazing special coming. But you can message me and I can talk to you about how to get those items early. Number 26. So you don't have to wait till January. Ooh, B-I-N-G from Angela. Well, that must have been a popular number. Number 23. Remember, I'm a little ahead of you guys. It's okay. It's because of the closed caption. The timing's a little off. But it's whoever says it first, and I have all the numbers down. And thank you all to who played bingo. I really do appreciate it. I hope you will join us in December. Number 8. We still have a lot of great product that I have not done a class or bingo on yet. Angela, congratulations. Let's look. 3, 7, 12, 21, and 23. Yay, congratulations, Angela. Woo, woo, woo. Angela. Number 2 bingo winner. Congratulations. No other bingos? I don't see any. All right. Congratulations, Angela. All right, you guys. Project number 3. I am super excited about. All right, I just dropped the numbers in. I don't see any more, so. Okay, number 3. Should I show you? Should I not? I'll show you in a minute. Let's just get it started because I'm kind of excited about it. All right, so this is what your project is going to look like. And at first you're going to be like, wait, what? Okay, there's a little bit of stamping in this one. Whereas in the Christmas class, it will be just sentiments and maybe one other item if you choose. All right, so here we go. This is going to be for your stamping. This is going to be, this is going to go like this. This is going to go like this. The white is going to go underneath. So this is going to be one of those round cards. And you're going to be like, what is this? I added this so you can put it on an envelope if you choose to do a matching envelope, okay? I ran out and I ordered some, but I wanted to get this to you so that you can do it. I normally don't do envelopes, and I'll tell you why. I learned a long time ago from, and I've mentioned this before, people way up at the time told me that that is an up sale item. So I just learned from that, and I've always done that, and that's just how it's always been. So that's what I've done. All right, you can use a trimmer if you want to. I recommend you don't have to. So I'm not going to because I'm going to show you a different way. Robin, it looks like you're just starting a bingo and you are way behind. So make sure you grab your bar at the bottom and pull it all the way to the right so that you can catch up because we're just starting our project number 3. All right, so I'm just going to put this in half. So if this is the easiest way to do it. And I'm just going to do that in half. I'm not going to score anything right now because they're going to layer on top of each other. All right, so we're going to do this one. And this is the silver and gold paper. Okay, this one I am going to score. It's a little thicker. I'm not going to do it really, really hard. I just kind of want to make sure it lays down a little easier. And then I have this one here from the snowflake. It's the same paper that we have, the snowflake set. And we're going to do the same thing. And it doesn't have to be perfect because once you put it on, you can't see both sides anyway. All right, so this is going to go here, but what we're going to do is we're going to start from the bottom because this one has adhesive on it. Okay, so we're going to take this adhesive off. It's very thin, so don't try to take your pokey tool and do, because you'll get right in the between your silver and the sticky part. So make sure you take this off. Okay, and now you want to put this right in the middle. So what I would do is start at the top, hold this part back so it's not sticking, and then you're just going to go right up like this. I'm looking top and bottom to make sure I have just the same amount of space. Okay, so you're going to go right up in there, and then you can fold this down. So see, you're not going to really be able to tell if one has a little more or a little less than the other one. All right, so I will burnish this now a little bit better. Just kind of fold it in there. All right, now you're also on this extra white piece of paper that you have. As soon as I can pick it up. I told you I just got my nails cut and they're a little shorter. Hit enter by mistake, meant to back out. Oh, that's okay, Robin, good. All right, I just want to make sure you're with us. Okay, so of course, you know, I do a lot of die cutting, so once in a while you get these little, you know, marks on there from your plate. Make sure you have the good side on the inside of your white piece, okay? Not this white piece, but this white piece. This one's going to go on top. This white piece, you want it to be on the inside, okay? The smooth part. Because this is where you're going to write. So you want to write your sentiment here, you're going to put it here, all right? So we're going to go ahead and add our, we're going to do the white last, so we'll just take that off. No reason, I don't know why I do it that way, but let's go ahead and add this on there. I'm just going to add a few lines and then that. Turn it over, make sure you have your silicone mat. I'm going to turn this over because I've got a lot of glitter on it. And now we're going to do this side. All right, I'm going to go a little closer to the edge on the tip there. I'm using the plus, I want to make sure I got that all underneath. All right, now the same thing, you're going to fold this, lay this down, look at your edges, top and bottom. Okay, you want to lay it in there, and then lay your piece down. Okay, so now this is where you're going to write on the inside. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add this. Because this is glitter, I'm adding glue. I don't like to add a whole lot because I don't want it to get lumpy, and this is DSP. I don't want it to crinkle up, but I definitely want it to stick. So I'm just adding a little bit all over versus a thick amount, right? So now same thing. I'm going to hold this back side out. I'm going to put this in just like this and fold it. Okay, so make sure it's all the way on there. You don't want it to have a lip right there that's not catching. So make sure it's all the way on both sides, because at first you're gonna it will pop up on one side. Just make sure it's all the way on there. And then what I do is I take my embossing folder and I just kind of go like that so that it kind of oozes that glue in with the silver. And right here, I want to make sure that it's down right there. So just make sure it's down on your ends, okay? And then I'm going to turn it over and do the same there. It would be too difficult, I think, I haven't done it, but to lay them all flat and layer them up and then try to score it, because this is now 4 thick. Even though 2 of them are DSP, you've got the glitter there, which is pretty thick. So there you go. So there's that. We are going to use this piece of paper, and we are going to add, so this is what we're doing. Now I'll show you so you can kind of see what we're doing. Look how pretty that is. Now there's 2 things you can do. You can lay this down and it will, it'll rock, or you can cut this back here like I would put it in the trimmer and just do the slightest amount, then it will sit straight and it will not rock. So keep that in mind. How do you keep your glue from clogging? Comes out so smooth. You know, I use the needle that I use is I think it's a stainless steel one or whatever it is. And so I just, if it starts to clog a little bit, mainly it's the stuff that comes off my needle. So I try to clean it with alcohol as often as I can. And then if it does kind of feel like it's clogging, I just take my needle and kind of do this to clear it out a little bit. And then it seems to be fine. But I usually use alcohol to clean the needle, and then my poor bottle that's got glue on it already, the needle, the tip, everything. So I try to do that. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to use the stamp set, the Merriest Tree. Okay, so the Merriest Tree I have, because I took it out, but what did I do with it? Oh, this is what I did. I'm going to do, I put it on because I don't like the big blocks. They're too big for my hand, and holding that is just, it hurts my hand. So what I do is I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to do it like this. Number one, I like to put my mat underneath because it gives my hands some room to do it. Yes, you could do it on your Stamparatus, but I'm going to do it here. I just like to sometimes do it this way. So we're going to do first Lost Lagoon. I should have done this ahead of time too, so I could not have to die cut, but that's okay. I did do the bows ahead of time, so I did that. Oh, wait. That's weird. Okay, so see how it's coloring? Like it's really dark in one spot. It's probably because I did re-ink this just recently, so I just want to make sure it has a smoother look to it. All right, and then I'm going to take this and put it right here and press it down. All right, make sure it's got all my little corners, and then lift it up. All right, so there's my tree. Now it will lighten up. It's going to look pretty dark at first. And now we're going to take this and we're going to pull out the other portion of this tree. Oh, it's right in front of me. I'm like, where did it go? And we're going to bring out Pretty Peacock. Oh, table placements would be really pretty. Oh, you know what? I wanted to try something. I don't think it will fit, but we're going to try real quick. If you did this for a gift, well, yeah, look. You just have to angle them. But if you wanted to do a set for somebody, how cute is that? And then make this a snowflake theme. That would be really pretty. Anyway, okay. Back to focusing. All right, so now we're going to take Pretty Peacock. Oops, I don't know if I'm stuck on there. This is where the Stamparatus comes in handy without my head sticking in the way for you guys, but what I look at is the bottom right here. If they're all below that line, then the rest are probably fine. And then I just kind of make sure the top is kind of centered. But sometimes I like to do this instead of the Stamparatus. I don't know why, I just kind of do. All right, so there's our tree. Then what I did is I took the, let me put this back because I think I'm going to use that again. You're going to want to do your little bows, okay? Your little bows right there. And what I did is I embossed them in silver, but to save us the time tonight, I cut them out already. Uh-oh, did I drop on 1, 2, 3? Okay, I did 6 of them. I know that's an even number, but it just worked out perfectly that's what I did. So we'll put that over there. Now you have more paper, so you have plenty of room to do your bows. And then I'm going to do my sentiment, love and joy, which is what I chose to go with this one. And like, obviously, use whatever sentiment that you like or prefer. Now, the other fun thing about this is, like I said, use the box, do something completely different. Do all snowflakes or birthday or whatever, but it's such a cute idea. And those are on sale. So make sure you get those. This one, I just kind of went in the corner and then I just cut that out. Okay, so I just went in the corner like that and I just cut it out. I didn't use a banner or anything. You know, sometimes you just can't find something small enough, or maybe it's too skinny, and so that just worked for me. I'm going to pull out the die for this as soon as I can find it. What's nice about this stamp set, if you don't have it, is you have all these different size trees, right? So look at this tree. Do you notice anything? We are not going to do this part. We're going to do a smaller tree because that fit perfectly on here. So we can choose this die instead. Or if you wanted it even smaller, you could do this die. So keep that in mind, that this is really a great set, and watch out for this tag. That you'll see soon too. But we're going to go with the medium. The thing I wish is I can remember where I picked up these dies from when I pull them off. Like, where did it go? All right, so let me do that. Let me cut this out real quick. I just want this top portion. So let me put that on there. And again, my tape from earlier. Let me cut that out. If you do not have this stamp set, remember, just pick out any Christmas tree that you have. And even if you have to cut off the bottom, just kind of cut it to where it looks like, you know, it has like different layery branches kind of thing. And make that your tree, and then it'll be fine. So I try, like I said, I try to do projects that it's going to be something that you can do with whatever product you have. So I am going to cut this like right about right there. I wish they still had these trimmers. All right, and right there. So that'll be our sentiment. Now we're going to take our tree and we're going to put our bows on there. And of course we have to pop them up, so we need dimensionals. To think you can take paper and make magic, honestly. You know what? It's so funny because when you tell people, oh yeah, I do paper crafting, you know, I do this, I do that. Oh, you know what? We need to use half ones. So don't forget. I'm going to take out my crappy scissors here that I need to clean and create some. And I usually go and do like a half of, and then sometimes I do several if I'm mass producing, then I'll do a bunch of them. But we want little half ones on here because these are little bows. All right, so we're going to flip them over. And they just don't, you know, they don't understand. Oh, you paper craft, okay. But they don't really know what it entails, you know. Okay. All right, so now we're going to take these off and put our bows on here. Is anyone else seeing blurry? Oh, I hope not. I'm watching a live YouTube also, but it's not blurry for me. All right, so we're going to put these on, and I'm going to put one right here in the middle. And I don't want them straight across, so this one's going to come down a little bit. And then I'm going to put this one up a little bit, because I don't want them to look like they're, you know, I guess isometric. I like them to be off just a little bit. All right, then there's that one. And then we're going to go kind of in the middle again. You notice I go just over just a tad because I don't want it, you know, exactly straight. And I'm going to do this one up again just because that one's up and it gives us that space. And then this one, we're going to come down a little bit. Look how cute. All right. Then you'll find this little star. Okay. And yes, it is adhesive, but I leave the adhesive on. That adhesive is pretty difficult to get off. So I'm going to go ahead and add a dimensional, and I'm going to add it towards the bottom of the star. Okay, I'm adding it towards the bottom. I'm going to bring this in just so we have it, you can see a little bit better, but we're going to take this off. It's very, very close to the bottom, so I'm going to move the star down a bit so that on the back you've got that covered, the dimensional, right? So you can see, oops, where am I? Right here, that back of that tree is going to cover that dimensional up, but it's still off the tree, but it's still on there, okay? All right, so now we're going to add our dimensionals to our sentiment. I like to do the flat side on the outside if it's close because I don't want it to stick out. Oops, I'm going to put this one in the middle, or try, and then I'm going to put one over here. Flat side to the outside. All right, so we'll put that on. And then our tree, I am going to pop this up also. So think about where you want it. It's going to go right to the edge of the silver, kind of like right there. You want it straight. All right, so you just don't want to put glue above the top, and I even went down a little ways. So I'm going to, oh wait, I did dimensional, sorry. Whoop. So I'm going to do a dimensional like right there. And again, I'm going to do a straight line right here so that if I do get up too close, I'm going to make sure that that doesn't, I can go that far and I'm not going to have a point of adhesive sticking up. Okay. And I might go a little overboard with this, but that's okay. With the adhesive. All right. So I'm going to keep my finger right here so I can kind of feel where it's at when I put this on here. And I'm going to go to right about there. Okay, so now you don't see the adhesive on the back because I could feel it when I was putting it on there. Let's put our sentiment. It was so funny. I saw one person did a round card. It was not a Stampin' Up person. And I was like, oh, that is so cute. I'm going to do that. Then all of a sudden, everybody has the round card. But I had done this, you know, this bingo like some time ago. But I did see somebody else make it. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was just too cute. All right, so we're going to add our bow with our our glue dot. And our glue. And then when I'm using this too, I lay it on the side a lot if it's not completely full, just because it's a little easier to get the glue to come out when I use it again, especially if I'm doing a video. I'm going to move this up a little bit and up here. And now the glue dot helps it hold pretty quickly, and then the glue just, you know, make sure that bow's not going to go anywhere. And again, I added this piece in for you because I have plenty of this paper. So funny. I was going to use the magical meadow paper for my cards, and then I thought, nope, I'm going to use the snowflake. And I was so undecided. And then I knew I was going to use it for bingo at some point. But anyway, look how cute that is. So that's project 3. Look how simple that was. You definitely want to make sure you strengthen up your card base, because I think just one card base, it would be fine. It would work. But especially if you want to add the bling, add the DSP, you know, you're definitely going to want to layer it up a little bit. But the bottom portion is the thinner part. but it's just so you've got this thickness here, and then you've got your, excuse me, your white piece on the inside, and you could actually put a sentiment right there if you'd like to. But, oh, we got to put our bling on there. Oh, you guys, wait until you see this. All right, so we got to pull out a full one here. So we're going to take this, and I decided instead of adding it around, I'm going to add more ornaments because my tree, if you guys have seen my tree, it has a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to start adding these ornaments. Just kind of fill in your blank spots. So we're going to fill our tree up so it just is blingy and beautiful because that's just how it should be. We're going to put one there. We're going to put one over here. And let's put one over here. There, now, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And this is really, I mean, how simple. This set, the merriest tree, if you guys don't have it, you really need it. This is like a go-to tree. It's beautiful. And it's got the bows. Look at these dies. Where are my dies? Look at all of these things. You have ornaments. You have the little bows. You have stars. You have different stars. This is the star we used for this. Wait, is it the star we used for that? Now I'm double thinking that. Oh, no, it's this one. We use this one. But look at, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you could do twinkles around it if you wanted. Look at all of these. So they're for the packages. You can do presents. Okay, this is the you could do a stem on the tree if you wanted. I mean, there's so many things you can do. These are lights that you can add. I mean, so pretty. But you'll see something else off of there that we're going to use. But anyway, so I hope you guys like that. Project number 3. Woo! All right, so that is number 3. And your paper. All right. We're going to put these aside because you will not get these. You will not need these for project number 4. And project number 4 is a 3D item, but you're going to have to wait because we've got bingo first. So let me clean up. I hope you guys are enjoying tonight. I hope you're learning something. I hope you're thinking, oh, I forgot how to do that. I want to do that. And I hope that you will join us for December's bingo. And I always take suggestions. So if you have an idea of what you want, maybe a stamp set or a type of card or whatever you want, let me know. I'm sure as crafters, you know that sometimes you have to be in that frame of mind. So sometimes I pick up a set that I want to use and then I sit there and no ideas come. And I'm like, well, heck, I have no clue. But then other times I'll pick up a set and I know exactly what I want to do. All right, number 10. So just because you ask for something, that doesn't mean that I'm absolutely going to do it, because I may have a brain fade when it comes to that particular set. Or I may have other ideas. Or sometimes I'll put it away and then bring it back out and think, ooh, I have a great idea. So I'm sure you guys know what that's like. You just have to kind of, sometimes you have to walk away and come back. Number 23. So good luck, everybody. This is bingo number 3. Hey, we're not doing too bad. We're only 2 hours in and we have one more project to go. Number 9. So it's like my unboxing and bingo are like my longest videos, but so funny. Those are some of the higher videos that are watched. Number 16. Lots of bees. Ooh, a BI for Shelly already. Number 6. Oh, a whole bunch of bees. Number 29. Ooh, some BIs. Janice has a BI. Corey. Uh-oh. That one fell, so I'm going with that one. I'll do that one next. 27. This year we are staying home for the holidays. Well, after Thanksgiving, we're going to go visit our daughter in Oregon. Oops, this one's next. 25. But then after that, we're going to be home. It'll be nice. My daughter says the same thing. She's not traveling this year. We're going to go see her after Thanksgiving, but then we're not traveling for the holiday, for Christmas. 17. All right, a bunch of BIs. Corey, Deborah, Carmen, Robin, Sherry, Jeanne, Leslie, Nancy. Ooh, BINs, Dana and Sherry. 13. Shake, shake. 20. Oh, Eileen and Paula Joe both have a BIN now. 21. Yeah, so just to reiterate, make sure that you guys are on my Facebook page. My business one is Marcie Besecker Designs. And that is where I will post classes and reminders of the video, you know, for bingo, or, you know, updates like that things are back in stock. Ooh, Eileen and Jeanne both have a BING. Number 4. BING 4. And then that way, if I see something that's coming back in stock that I've noticed, then I'll let you know. To Oregon, this time we are flying. We do drive a lot, but this time we're flying. Oh, Eileen has a bingo. Let me get my paper. Eileen. 3, 9, and 13. All right, hold on. Eileen. Eileen, I have 3, 9, and 13. I don't see 3. There's 13 or 14. I have your numbers as 3, 9, 13, 14, and 27. So I don't have Eileen with a bingo. Let me double check. I'm gonna double check your paper. Hold on. Maybe I normally copy them, but let me just make sure. I'm double checking for bingo. Sorry, you guys, I'm just double checking. Okay, I'm looking it up right now. Sorry, you guys. Let me just look this up really quick here. I'm trying to look it up on my phone, you guys, because if I look it up on my computer, it gets all goofy. Okay, so Eileen. So Eileen, I don't have a registration for November. I had one for October, and those are the numbers I had to use. So if I am missing that, if you have a receipt with your numbers on it, that would be fantastic. But I just show payments, and so I had to pull your last numbers. But I'm looking on my phone, so I will look on my computer when this is over. So right now we have Eileen, and then we have GN. So let me write that down, and I will double check into that. Number 3 for Eileen, and then GN. Number 3. Okay. So I have question marks by both of them. I will double check it and let you guys know. Eileen, I will look for your registration form, and I will also look and see if it's on your PayPal payment. If it wasn't, I always go to the last numbers that I've been given, and on October is the ones I have. All right, so I will let you know as soon as the game's over. I will double check and message you. I'll message you both and let you know what happened, okay? So I have you both down. So congratulations to one or both of you, because if Eileen's numbers are correct, then Gian, you'll get a consolation prize. Otherwise, you'll get bingo. So I will let you guys know. All right. So there's that. And you know what? I'm gonna keep these numbers. I have them on the screen. Okay, so we're good. All right. So let's move on to project number 4. We will take care of that, and I will announce it in the description below, actually, who won. Because, like I said, I don't have that form. But if you have that, Eileen, please forward it to me, and I'll double check on my end. Okay, so let's go to project number 4. It is a 3D item that I really think you're going to like. It also coordinates, again, here's one of the things I was mentioning about having a project that you might coordinate it with something else and using your DSP. So we had this, and I used the snowflake paper down here, but now I still have this package of snowflake paper. So I decided to create this. And so this is the other paper, but still this coordinates so well together that you could do a super cute gift. We did snowflakes. We're going to do snowflakes on there. And so we have a great set here also that you could do. And look how cute this bag is. I chose not to put a handle on it. I just thought the bow there would look really cute. You definitely could change that. And I've shown bags like that before. So you could definitely go and look at that and see, you know, how, you know, you can put handles. Because I've done it where you put 2 holes right there inside. And then you could do that. Or, you know, just kind of change that up. So let's create our bag. So this is going to be, this is what you're going to get a PDF for those of you that did play bingo. Okay. So let's take this out. I did score it for you already. Don't lose your little trim there, your little rope. I think this is on the online exclusive if I remember right, but I'm not quite sure. All right. Then we have a big bow with long tails. Leave your tails long. You're going to need them. All right. This is your little extra support piece there, which is right here. Again, the merriest tree set. So this right here is going, and then here's your tag. Okay. So I gave those to you. Here's your tag. we did it in the blingy silver with the silver and gold because, you know, you got to have some more bling. I did do bedazzle, even though this is the champagne one, which is kind of a silver, you know, champagne. To me, I would put it with silver or gold. And so that is the champagne. And I'm trying to remember where this came from. Shoot. Where did that come from? Hold on. Oh, dang. I thought I had it all planned out and I don't recall. If you guys remember where this is from, I will look it up and I will post it, but I will add it to the supply list as soon as I go find it. I had these cut out for another project and I had a bunch of them. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to add this because I just thought it was really pretty. So I will add this in the supply list tonight. Sorry about that. I forgot that part. All right, so here we have our sentiment. And then you're going to have these little embellishments right here because I just had to switch it out. And that's this right here. And I believe these are available now too. And so these just kind of went perfectly. And with the label being a lot of white, I just thought that those looked a lot better on there than the flat disc ones. So that's why I decided to change it up. All right, so let's move all of this. Well, actually, let's do our stamping first. So we're going to bring in my mat here, my grid sheet that we used earlier. Our sentiment is make the season sparkle. And this sentiment came from the snowflake set. So make the season sparkle right there. I'm so sorry to leave before 4th bingo. It's after 10. I know. I am so sorry, Janice. Thank you for playing. I hope you had a good time. Was that silver dazzle? This is the, it's in the more dazzle or in the bedazzle if you still have the old one. But this would be the paper, not the gold, but the more champagne color. But I think it goes with silver and gold. It's just kind of how you look at it. And so I thought it would go fine with it. All right, so let's see. I have a question. Was it silver dazzle? Bedazzling specialty paper. Yes, bedazzling. Magical Meadow dies. It's not in there. Oh, is it? Hold on. No, it's not in that one, I don't think. Well, let me look, because I do have another set back here. No, it is not in that one. I will find it. I will find it and let you guys know. Or at the end, I will look it up. All right, so, and then for the snowflakes, we're going to bring in the Berry Christmas. Oh, you are so welcome. The Berry Christmas has this cute little snowflake right there. So I used that. And then I also used the smallest one here. It has like a lot of little detail on the ends. And so I wanted a small one. And so that's what I used. So that's how I got the snowflakes. And we're going to use Pool Party and Lost Lagoon. And it's totally up to you. Oh, I also used Pretty Peacock. So this is what I did. I did the largest one first. And so I did the largest one with Pool Party. Actually, I don't even know. I think I switched them up. So we're going to go with Pool Party first. And we're going to use the larger of the two snowflakes. But we're going to do our sentiment first. Hello. And so we're going to do that in black. Make the season sparkle. So again, this could be a winter theme. It could be Christmas, but you could also do, oh, the die is from Gorgeously Made. Thank you so much. I got to write that down so I can add it. And Gorgeously Made. Thank you very much. All right, so, but you could add like, you know, have this go with cider, you know, like make the season sparkle. I mean, you could do it with wine. You could add something to it. It could be, you know, a holiday. It is snowflakes, which everybody tends to think Christmas, which I get. But I kind of just wanted to show you that there's some different options that you can make stuff that's not necessarily all Christmas. I do thank all of the East Coast people for watching. I try to do it at 5 o'clock, like right when our people on the West Coast get off work. And some of them are like barely getting home when I'm starting bingo and they missed the first project. So I try to make it a happy medium. Hi, Robin. How are you? All right. So there is, so now we're going to do our pull party with our larger snowflake. Okay. So you don't want to stamp this one off. And if you notice, you're going to do a larger snowflake here so you can put one of your stones in the middle. And you're going to do one up here. I didn't do one to put it in the middle, and you don't really have to, but you do want to do your little one right there. So I kind of tried to make it to where you can put them in the middle. So I'm going to do this one like right here. And it's light enough. If it goes over your words a little bit, that's okay. And then I'm going to add the big one like up here, just a little bit. Okay, so that's pull party. And so I'm just kind of pulling in some lighter tones here. And then this one, let's just go over to the larger one. We'll put that one aside for right now and pull in the larger one. Again, we're going to do pull party. And so we're going to go up enough to where you can put that in there. And then I'm going to add a little up here, and I'm going to add just a little like right here. And we're going to come back in with some more. Oh, thank you, Paula Joe. I am hurrying. All right, we're going to do some Lost Lagoon. Again, we're going to do a bigger one over here. And you can stamp it off if you want to. So let's stamp one off and see what it looks like. Okay, so it's lighter version. But now I'm going to kind of even that tone out. We're just going to do a little one right there. All right, same here. We can do a little bit of a different color. And I'm just going to do a little bit because I want to bring in our small snowflake now. And the small snowflake, we're going to use Pretty Peacock. So I'm just kind of bringing in all the tones of those colors. All right, so let's bring in our little berry cute snowflake. And I'm going to stamp it on paper. That is too dark, okay? So I'm going to go off one and then here. Off and over here. Okay, so it just kind of adds a little bit. And I think I'm going to do it off again and just do a little bit on the corner. And I think I'll do a little bit right here just to kind of fill that up a little. So we'll move that over. And now let's bring this in. We're going to stamp off, fill up some space. We're going to add that. I'm going to come in closer here. Let's go there. And I'm kind of filling it up a little bit because if you notice on here, it's going to be kind of covered up, but you want to actually be able to see it. So we're going to kind of fill this up. And I think I'm going to come back in with this one. And I'm going to stamp off twice because I want it to be really light right here, but I want to fill that in right there. I'm going to do the same thing, off twice, and I'm going to just push on the top part. Okay, I just pushed on the top part so it didn't go over all of this. Okay, so when you do that, just do it, stamp off, and then push just on that top part just to get a little bit of what you need. You can use masking and kind of mask it off and use what you need on it, but that works really good. All right, so we're going to do that. Oops. All right, now we're going to take our sticker part right here. Let's at least get our label put together. All right. We're going to add this right here. And you want it to go straight where that on your circle. But you also want it to fold right here. Okay. So there we go. And we'll set this aside for now. And then our sparkle, that's good. We're going to set that aside for now. It'll lighten up. I might have stamped off a little more on this, but that's okay. Now let's do our bag. All right, so what I decided to do here is I wanted this paper, but if you notice on a normal bag that you do, you know what? I think it is textured floral, Dana. I'm almost sure. Textured floral. I'm 90% sure that was it. Thank you so much. So now, what, let's see. What a wonderful bingo. I needed to have friendship and beauty tonight. Aw, you are so welcome, Linda. I'm so glad you joined us, and I prayers out for your daughter and your family. Okay, so the white, there's white. I was like, what was I saying? There's white on the inside of this. So when you think about how you want to do your project, that you want to, I wanted to put something up here. Most bags fold over like this. And so whatever here is would be the top of your bag. So we're going to, I'm going to show you how I changed that up. And this was, there's no pattern for this anywhere. I just kind of came up with how to do, I mean, I don't know if there's a pattern, but I haven't seen one. But I decided, okay, there's got to be a way to do that. So I did the bag like a normal bag. I scored this for you. You'll get a PDF. You want the 2-inch on the top, the smaller at the bottom when you're doing this, okay? But right now, because this is 2 inches, this you're going to, and they're 12 inches, you are going to cut this down. So let's bring in our trimmer. And we're going to cut off 1/4 inch. Okay, so on your 2-inch side, now I got to remember that you guys are doing this as I'm talking. So, or you will be when you rewatch this. You want to cut off 1/4 inch because, and this can be thrown away or used for another project. What you're going to do is fold this over, and you're going to take your piece here, and it's scored. So go ahead and fold your score on your top part. Make sure you score it. Put it right on where your score is. All right. Make sure this one goes down a little bit. It's really thin because it's DSP, so make sure you have it folded right. And burnish it. Okay, so now we'll set this aside for a minute, but leave that like that. Now here, you're going to do like you normally would do with a box. You're going to cut straight up here, and then you're going to wedge the little pieces, okay? And then you're going to cut here. Now remember, you started out, I folded this back for you up here so you know that's your top part, okay? And now you're going to wedge this part down here. Okay, wedging it means you're just taking that corner off so it's easier to fold up. You're going to wedge here. And take that wedge here. Not wedge here, you're going to cut straight, a wedge here. You're going to wedge right here. Now this little corner has no purpose right here, so you're just going to wedge right here and take this whole little piece off, okay? So you're cutting this extra little piece off right here, but you want to wedge that piece right there, okay? Same up here. You're going to wedge right there. And I'm trying to remember. Leave that. Okay, hold on. Now I got to read my thing. Yeah, you want to leave this piece right here. So leave that piece at the top. And you're going to take this off right here and wedge that. Like I said, I've done this a little while ago, so I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Okay. So now what you're going to do is think of it this way. This is now going to lay over here, okay? But it's not too long. Oh, you can't see the white. There you go. It's you're cutting that 1/4 inch off so that you have that space to where you're not going to see the white, okay? So you're going to put that all together there. So now we can go ahead and add our adhesive. You're going to add your adhesive on here. So I'm going to go all the way across as soon as I get my mat going here. All right. I just go 3 times. I know it's a lot of adhesive, but that's just, I want to make sure it holds it all down. And now on this one, you don't want to do the inside here because remember this one's longer, right? But now I'm going to do this. I'm doing it on the wrong side. I should be doing it on the other side so I can see off the paper and make sure I'm on it. All right, there we go. So now we're going to adhere. Make sure you have your score lines lining up, okay? So see right here you have that 1/2 inch. That's where you want to make sure you're aligning that. So start down here and align your 1/2 inch. And just make sure all the way down you have it aligned. Then fold your piece over. There we go. So see now it's all one. So just kind of make sure that's all together. Everything, now you want to fold that. And you can add your extra adhesive if you know, when you put this down. We'll do that in a minute. But let's go ahead and fold everything and burnish it. You can burnish this even though it doesn't have your adhesive on that yet. Okay. And I like to do this part with the white on it because otherwise once you put them together, one's a little bit bigger. And you'll see what I mean when you do the round card. But on this, you want it all to line up so that your bag works. Be careful, this is shiny. You don't want to scratch it. We'll turn it and do it this way. Okay, so that's how you put your topper on. And you have a different pattern that you want to use. Because sometimes, you know, you want the pattern on the outside, but the pattern on the inside is like, eh. And so this kind of works out really nicely. All right, so now what you're going to do is you are going to glue these together. Okay. So right here is where you don't really necessarily have to glue under here, but you might want to glue under here. So I am going to open this back up and I'm going to put some adhesive right here. Okay. And it doesn't have to be all the way to the edge. I just want that to be held down when I put my bag together. All right. And then right here, I'm just going to do it anyway, just because I'm right here. Add that down. And now we're going to add our adhesive down the side, that 1/2 inch side. Mine kind of went off, but that's okay. There we go. Now I have to put it backwards because my adhesive went. Roll it back on. All right. Now, like any other bag, just turn this over like this. Take this end. They should align nicely. Right there. And just flatten it all out. Make sure that's together. All right. Now, what I like to do is you could put some extra support in there, like a little piece of paper at the bottom to make it a little stronger. What I like to do is, first thing I do is look like, okay, where did I glue it? This right here is where the raw edge is. So I want this on the back of my bag. Okay, so I'm going to put that there, which means this is the front of my bag. So I'm going to put this in. I'm going to do glue because it does give it a little more support. I'm going to put glue right here and glue over here. I don't put these on the inside of my bag because I want them to be support between these two. So I add that. Okay, now I'm not going to add glue here. I'm going to add glue here. Again, remember, glue gives it a little more support. It's the bottom of your bag. I'm going to go a little closer to the edge. All right, and now I'm going to close this up. And I can tell I needed to wedge more right here because this is sticking out a little bit. So I need to wedge. I should have wedged a little more right there. So be generous with your wedging. All right, so there we go. So there's the bag. Now let's get back to our label. I do have, and you've seen me use this before, I have this punch here, but use what you have. I'm going to put this all the way in the middle, and punch it. But it's going through two pieces, so I did this when I created this, is you're going to have to go back the other reverse side is what I did. And then I'm going to have to poke them out. And my thing is a little harder. Oh, did I move it out of the screen? Sorry, Margie. And so I'm just going to poke these through because they didn't poke all the way through for whatever reason. And you're not going to see them anyway. So as long as you can get to that, you know, make a hole. So this is an old punch. I'm just going to cut those off. They cut on one side, not the other. All right, so there's that. So whatever kind of hole punch you have is fine. And then what we did with this is I'm going to take our bedazzle piece, and I want it to hang like right there, just kind of off, but not, you know, all the way off, because I want it to have that little secure spot of the tag behind it. So I'm just going to add some little glue pieces. It doesn't have to be all the way to the bottom, because that's going to kind of hang off. And really what you're doing is you're just kind of filling up that white spot. All right, now you're going to take your label. Oh, you know what I did? That's why I didn't put glue all the way to the top, is I cut this little piece off. And then I'm going to take this and take that extra glue off right there. There we go. All right, now I'm going to add dimensionals to this. You don't want them all the way to the end. All right. And we're going to go just kind of at a diagonal. But basically you're covering up that the top there where there's nothing on there. Then you're going to take your little twine that you have here. It is a keeper, but it's hard to go through these too. But as long as you get holes there, you can use a hole punch or whatever you have. So what I do is I like to go through front and go to the back and then bring it around and then grab the front and bring it through. Okay, I like to do that first. So let's set that aside. We're done. Well, let's go ahead and add our embellishments while we're here. Why not? So you have one large one, which you can put right there. And then you have two smaller ones. And I did one up here. And then I did exactly what I told you not to do. And I told you to put a snowflake right there, but you don't have to. I obviously forgot, so, and it doesn't matter. It still looks so pretty. All right, now we're going to do our ribbon. So take your bow. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tails in the bag. Okay, so there's one. And you guys have probably seen me do this before. I'm going to put the other one in on the right side. Oop. There we go. All right, so make sure your bow is all pretty. And we'll fix it. All right, now you're going to take your right side and put it through the left hole. So push it over so you can see the hole. And then put this through. And you might need a pokey tool to get it to go through. Because now if you pull your ribbon all the way over, you can see the opening there. oops, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try and pull the ribbon over. I doubled it over so I can see if I can get it to go through like this. It takes a bit. And that hole is kind of a slender hole, so if you wanted to put a bigger hole in there, you definitely can. Okay, so that's the right one going to the left. And now we need, oops, let's see, what are we doing here? There we go. And now we need the left one going to the right. So same thing, pull the ribbon over this way now so you can see the opening. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep pulling it towards me. Trying to stick my head in the bag to see. And you just want to go back through. I'm going to fold it, give it a little. And like, if you have a threader or something, that's even better. I'm going to use my pokey tool, lay it down and put it through. There we go. Oops, had it. Well, the first one was a lot easier. I don't have a threader with me, so I'm going to fold the ribbon, lay it on top of the hole, and then take this, and especially if you get that silver part because it's a little thicker. And if my nails weren't so short, it would be a lot easier. There we go. There we go. All right, now you're going to pull that through, pull the tails down. You want a glue dot because you don't want your bow to go anywhere. Oop, that one. I like them to come off pretty flat. So if you grab them and then pull them up really fast, sometimes they come off a lot flatter. All right, so we're going to pull that out, put the glue dot right there, put your bow right where you want it. Fluff your bow. All right, we're going to cut the tails just to make them look nice. Now, with your ribbon, it's easy enough that you can go around, or you can go through the middle, which I should have done before I put the glue dot. So I'm just going to put one up through the middle. You can also go around and then just put a glue dot. It's not going to go anywhere. But I'm going to try and put it through the middle. It looks like I'm trying to make everything difficult because I put my glue dot first. All right, so then what I did is I pull these up, and then what I like to do is do one of those, you know, you take bow strings and make it a knot up there. It just, you know, it's not going to come undone. Whereas if you tied it in a little bow knot kind of thing, it would come undone. Oops, lost one. There we go. And then just grab them. I should have got my nails done this week. All right, hold on one more time. She cut them and I knew, I was like, oh, these are so short. I like them shorter, but I think because I was letting them grow a little bit, not going in, I was too busy. All right, so there we go. And then I trim that just because I want it to look a little neater. And then there's your tag. And you could, you know, add adhesive if you just want it to stay, you know, and not move around. So, good night, Anne. You're welcome. And then, of course, you could fold your bag. If you wanted to make a bunch of these ahead of time, you could not, you know, adhere the bottoms, just leave them flat. And so, if you wanted to, you know, you could do this and make your bag. There you go. I'm trying to tie the knit. Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, okay, I know it. I can get it on there and I can tie it. Oops, I got to fix my bow though. And now, of course, when your tails right here, if they, you know, get out of craziness. And you can always add a little glue dot at the top, and it'll kind of hold them where you want them. So you can always add a glue dot if you wanted to. But there's the bags. Oops, and my stuff is moving everywhere. All right, so that was project number 4. We have one more bingo, so let's make it quick. I know you guys are probably like wanting to go to sleep. So we have one more bingo. All right, number 30. Oh, I'm glad you guys like the project. Number 14. Those darn computers, Deborah. Number 28. So I will go back through and check those numbers for Eileen and Jeanne, and I will post below what I find out. So I apologize for that. $21. Sometimes if the payment comes in first and then the paperwork comes in later, or vice versa, or sometimes I just get payment and no registration, it's a little difficult to keep track of. 17. Lots of B's there now. Marion, I've seen people say that and they end up winning. 16. All right, some BIs are coming. Rose and Stephanie. Corey. Catherine. Ooh, Ramona. 25. $12. 29. I'm going to slow down just a little bit. Ooh, BIN from Ramona. Number 1. Margie, Kathy, Linda, Carmen, and Deborah all have BI. 23. Number 2. Remember, if you win bingo, don't forget you need to email me your order. So let's see, Deborah, Stephanie, and Paula all have BIN. Hold on, my stomach's growling. 15. Ooh, Paula has a BING. $24. $5. Catherine has a B-I-N. Dana. Oh, Stephanie has a B-I-N-G. $18. Ramona has a bing. Catherine has a bing. Stephanie has a bing. Marion has a bing. I've already got one more number down, so I'm going to wait until see if anybody has that number. All right. Next, number 4. Number 4. The next number is 3. Oh, Paula. Paula has a bingo. Let's look. Paula, 1, 4, 12, 23, and 25. Congratulations, Paula. Paula has a bingo. Good night, Paula Joe. Thanks for hanging with us. So Paula Roberts, congratulations on bingo number 4. Congratulations. So I hope you guys enjoyed all of your projects. Let me show them again quickly so we can see them all. So project number 1 was this cute paper pumpkin box, the little mini one. And then project number 2 were the cards that go inside with your envelopes. So there you go. There are the cards. And then we have project number 3, which is this really adorable rocking card. And then well, it's not project number 4. That was 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we have our cute gift bag. So there you go, in case you need to take a picture, if you want to see anything. Put mini paper pumpkin. Hopefully it's not sold out, but put mini paper pumpkin. Hold on, let me grab the number for you. I have it. I just gotta grab it. Okay, here it is. The number is 153069, and you get 10 of them in a package. And I think I saw it. Oh, there's a link below, but I think I saw them for $3. So for $3 for these, which are fantastic. So thank you, everybody. Again, don't forget, sign up for my December bingo is up and available. And also right now my Christmas class, which is going to be a fantastic class. Thank you so much, everybody, for playing. I'm trying to read all your comments. Renee, I hope you found the box. Okay, so like I said, the first people that joined the bingo, I do have a prize, your gift for you that will be in your package, and I'll get those mailed out to you as soon as possible, probably Friday. And then for the others, as soon as the package comes in with the rest of the gifts that I'd like to give away, I want to, I'll get those out to you as soon as I can. It says number not valid. Ooh, I put in, well, maybe they're gone. Maybe they're gone already. Oh, they're gone, Catherine said. Oh, I'm sorry. And you know, when I put them on a list, yeah, they must be gone already. Because they were there when I looked today. All right, everybody, remember that it is the seasonal sale. So that's probably why we only have a few hours more of that for tomorrow. And then things are going to be gone. So they're going to start going quickly. And that might have been what happened with those. I apologize. Oh, thank you, Joni. I appreciate that. All right, and then for the Christmas class, here is just a quick sneak peek. So you'll see there's a lot of layers, a lot of bedazzle paper on it, well, more dazzle paper on there. There's going to be a lot of use of DSP. So you will get everything in this project except you need to do the stamping. That's the only thing I can't do. And the only thing there is the sentiments. And then you can see the holly leaf on the bottom left, which you could put on or you don't have to. Everything you designed was so great. Oh, thank you. It's late where I am. Can I email you a list tomorrow? Absolutely, of course. I just ask that you send me the list by the end of the month. So going forward, that's fine. Can you use this scalloped gift card box? Sure, Corey. I would definitely do that. Just change up your measurements. That's a great idea. Will the note cards fit in it? I don't know. I don't think so, but you could probably do 3x3 cards that will fit in there. Yes. You can definitely send me your order for the win, just by the end of the month. Thanks, you guys. I'm so glad you like it. I will have a paper share coming up closer into December. I will be posting something about the paper share for January's new mini catalog. So don't forget that. There is a last chance sale. Don't forget, November 21st through January 3rd. And that is things that will be leaving out of this seasonal holiday catalog. So make sure that you are aware of that. Put that on your calendar so you can look up and see what might be leaving, something you might want to grab before it's gone. Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic week. I will see you on Sunday. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.